know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea.
I need to ask y'all a question. I mean, at the end of the day's gonna end. But who's zooming who? That's the question. I ask you, who is zooming who?
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it
There are some winners and some losers in these divorce battles. And we're going to talk about who's winning, who's zooming, and who's paying up and who's not. Who got the money? Who ain't got $500 to their name? According to Ralph. But let's get into everything after we go through some housekeeping. Sky Squad, we are back in the building. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Now, just a little bit of housekeeping. Like I said, we have to establish that your comments are on the screen. What does that mean? If you say something crazy, you are out of here. Okay? You are out of here. Period. Point blank. Period. There will be skid marks on your bum. Okay? So don't try it. All right. Let's get things going. Who's zooming who? Who's zooming who? Who zoomed who in this caper? All right. Who zoomed whom in this caper? The caper being the divorce between Porsha and Simon. So it appears as though Porsha has won the prenup dispute with her ex Simon Guobadia. Now, just to give you some, I can't even read y'all comments right now. I can't. I see a comment that is sending me. Is it a coinkadink? I ask you. So let's review. Now, the prenup was enforced by the judge. This is why it's really, really important to get to know the person that you're marrying. That you're marrying, Dwight. $10,000. This is why it's important to know who you are marrying and to really understand what stipulations you are trying to put into place. Because ultimately, what was this marriage? What was it? What really was it? Anyway, so there's a $40,000 per month spousal support for up to 15 months. Let's see. How much is $40,000 times 15? That's $600,000. That's a nice little chunk of change. You know what I'm saying? So, also, she retains the Rolls Royce. Yes. Shout out to our people from South Africa, baby. We will see you. We will see you in November. Okay? We will see you in November. All right? Now, she'll get that Rolls Royce Praise God. Okay. Praise God. And she'll retain control over their $7 million home, at least I think up until 2027, at which point in time she has the option, I guess, to figure out what to do with it. And he's going to be footing the bill. Ain't that something? Who's zooming who? So apparently, Porsha, like I said, let me elaborate on some points. Porsha gets to stay in the home for 36 months. He's going to cover the mortgage, the bills, and the costs. That is crazy. That's so crazy. Wow. I can't believe he signed all of this over. Oh, well. Anyway, the house deed must be transferred into a mutual trust with both their names on it. So technically, they're still partners in the property, but only until things get sorted. There's a refinancing clause, allegedly. Well, not really allegedly, but that's it. If Porsha can't refinance the home under her own name in those 3 years, it gets sold. But she will get a very nice little portion of those proceeds. Okay? Think about the equity. She also gets a lump settlement. I don't know what the settlement figure is. The exact number, from what I can see, we haven't heard yet, but it should be along the lines of maybe 6 figures or so, because he's rich. You know what I'm saying? He is rich, rich, rich. So, ladies, if you're looking for your African prince, you know what I'm find them. Okay, next. Scam only, stop calling my phone. Oh, especially while I'm trying to read the verbiage. Don't y'all know I'm working? Ugh, rude. Norman, can you have these people take me off the call list or something like that? I mean, what is going on? Get on it. Okay. Spousal support. Apparently, he had been paying Porsha a really nice little amount, $40,000 during the marriage per month. And then $30,000 even when they were just dating. Ain't that crazy? Think about all the people that you done dated and you ain't getting not a dang thing from it. Let me blow myself. I got to blow myself up on the screen. Think about all the peoples that you have dated and it went wrong. And you ain't get not a dime. You ain't get a thing. You ain't get Nathan, but heartache and pain. Think about it. Ain't that something? You in the relationship and you getting a monthly allowance. Listen, I understand it now. So much about this whole situation is making sense. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. Listen, $40,000, Dwight. $40,000. But here's the thing, MJ, it says here she was getting that. She was getting $30,000 just when they were dating. $30,000 and y'all just dating. That's crazy to me. That is super crazy to me. Okay? Super duper crazy. Simon also has to pay Porsha's attorney's bills. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Who's zooming who? Who's zooming who? Who got zoomed in this marriage? And who's getting zoomed in this divorce? This is fascinating to me. Okay, we need to listen. Y'all step your game up, okay? How these mofos deposit cash into your bank accounts so that you can be assured ahead of time should something go awry that you getting your money's worth. You done spent a year with this person and now it ended in shambles. At least you walk away with 30,000 plus at minimum for your pain. Now, there is the opportunity for him to appeal. I believe this is what he has 30 days to appeal. That's what I'm understanding. There is some talk about whether or not, she'll actually get this stuff. But that's what the judge has ruled, right? Now, we know that Simon has been deportationed, okay, back over to the Nigeria or wherever he may dwell. But I don't know if this can really be enforced since he has been deportationed. And she said it. She said that she had to be strategic after her divorce with Cordell, where she got Nathan. Absolutely Nathan. So, I mean, maybe he will and maybe he won't. But if he comes up with that $5 million for that golden visa, he might be able to get back over here and do some things and make some things shake. All right. But until then, that's all we got. All right. So, congratulations to Porsha and the people. Whether she gets that money or not, we will maybe or maybe not know. Okay. But I wonder if that means that she will be able to film in that house next season should she decide to stay in it. I would think that at this point now, she can probably film in the house because the prenup has been enforced. So if she's able to live in the house, she should probably be able to film in the house, I would imagine. Go figure. In news that is completely new and shocking, okay, Ralph is still literally dragging Drew. Wreck-It Ralph is still wrecking ball to Drew. Just in case you thought it was over, guess what?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
He's back! And there's more. Let's get into this. Cordell is not perfect by far. All right. Let's go. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk for the story. Shout out to the Bravo OMG for that last story. All right. So Ralph is still on his spree with Drew. All right. And he is revealing a lot more. This time, he exposes alleged old text messages of helping Drew plan her Real Housewives of Atlanta clapbacks and alleges that she only had $500 to her name. $500, Dwight? Drew, the next time you get married, I'm going to need you to call Porsha and let her school you on how to do this thing in these marriages. Okay? You're going to need to call Porsha and go naked to get the ebook on how to how to get your money up. All right. Better call Porsha. So this is what he got to say now. Yo, I just randomly scream this out from time to time. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm so crazy when I'm home alone by myself. These things just randomly pop up into my mind at times. So, All right. So now this is what he says. The love and support was real. I wasn't just a husband. I was her partner, investor, music producer before hot dog guy, Dennis, and strategist behind the scenes. I poured in Drew's career before and during Real Housewives of Atlanta, helping shape key moments like the autograph with LaToya and the infamous dog bone with Fatum. None of those actually played out very well, mind you. I mean, I just want to go back and just remind everybody, most of those things missed the mark. No one is, if there's a meme of Drew out there throwing dog bones at Fatum, I don't see it. I don't remember anybody saying, ooh, she got a good that time. Nobody was saying that. Okay. Nobody was saying it. All right. Next. He says, our mission was clear: to turn Drew into a household name, build businesses, and create a lasting legacy for our kids. I told Drew several times over the years to show up authentic and make reality TV match our reality. Unfortunately, here we are, but nonetheless, I wish her well. Do you? I can't for any reason see how this or anything that you have said this week is wishing her well. That is, it feels the exact opposite of wishing someone well. This feels like wishing someone unwell, but that's just my opinion. Next come the text messages that he is dropping to us all week. Now, in these text messages, these are allegedly to Drew. He says not feeling good about this. No, she says not feeling good about this trip. He said, what happened? This is apparently an example of, Drew basically coming to him for advice about what to do about the ladies. And she says that Candy made a new nickname for me, Drama with Drew. And then he says, like, you're always in drama or starting drama. She says, always in some drama. Then she comes back and says, I got her, baby. I said, sit, boo-boo, sit. Told Sheree to get her puppy, watchdog, lapdog. Told her to pee in a bush. She showed up drunk. I got her bone treats in my purse, just waiting for the right moment to bring it out. Oh, God. It's one thing to hear about it, but it's another thing to see it written in text messages. Like, that did not work. It just didn't. Like, that's it. Oh, what? Okay, let me go on. Because y'all, it ain't getting no better. The next thing that he is saying is, I don't know what this is about, so we're going to go through it together. Your logic is just off and you're not thinking smart, my opinion. This was in 2020, right? This is around the time she came onto the show. He says, you say you have a family at home, but you create a storyline that you're going to stay to visit family during a hurricane. Stupidest ish I've ever heard. This is a job, but you're acting scared to get on a 1-hour flight. Seems very childish to me and shows that you were truly affected, defeated. Guarantee you Porsha cried, dried it up, and back living her best life. Everyone understands what this show is about. Who says Porsha's departure wasn't planned, scheduled? Opposed to a 1-hour flight, you're going to take a 9-hour drive? Okay. It's a game. This is chess, not checkers. You have to think smarter. Also, you're starting to have too many people in your ear, and it's only going to get worse. You may be used to this from theatrical, but you're not used to the impact of reality TV. Lastly, I have to be very mindful of what I share with you. Never know when you will repeat it, use it against me, or show my messages to 30 million people. I also have to be smarter with you. Replace all smart with strategic. Not saying you're not smart. Chess is a game of strategic thinking and not mere intelligent whatever. So in the next verse of this song, okay, she allegedly says, oh my God, okay, thanks. I have a long week and I have $500 to my name. This is heartbreaking right here because, again, this is one of those instances where I'm going to burn my own house down to burn yours down. Because if that's your wife actually, even if it's your best friend, okay, and you are no longer friends, even if this is your brother turned worst enemy, but the fact that this was your wife at one time is ludicrous to me that you would actually post this message. This, to me, is probably one of the worst things that I have seen him post in these continuous barrage messages of text that he continued to put out into the public, because I feel like whether or not she had $500, $1,000, $10,000, Dwight, $1, 2 cents, a quarter, a nickel, and a dime, 2 pennies to rub together to make some fire and some magic happen. You were her partner and you were her husband. And those types of moments, that's what you are there for. Your partner is supposed to be there to protect, love, and be your helpmate. If you are now upset that you were her helpmate, then take that up with God. Because at the end of the day, you decided to be in this marriage and you too played a part in this. So if you agreed to do these things for somebody that you knew only had $500 to their name, that tells me that at one point in time, you did respect the idea of the fact that this is in sickness and in health till death do us part, right? So to reveal this now, like, I just think that this, to me, this feels trashy. Okay? This feels very trashy, Ralph. And I just feel like we've gone to a crazy place with this, but this to me takes the cake. And if your intentions were to clear your name, okay, what you are doing now is actually throwing more dirt on your own. Because I guarantee you, no one is looking at Drew and thinking, ooh, she had only $500 at one point in time. So the F what? So have plenty of us. So have plenty of us. But the difference is, most of us would never post anything like this. At that time, he says, I got you as long as you got me. She says, oh, baby, thank you, husband. I got you forever. Call me when you can. I guess, she was at the salon or something like that. And then she also asked, babe, I need money to book Dr. Ken's flight. So this, to me, it proves what? That you and she were each other's support system. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? Am I missing something here? Should we be thinking less of Drew because she needed some help from her husband? Is that what we should be doing right now? Should we all be thinking less than? Should we all be looking at her with a side eye and a snark? Is that what the intention of this is? I don't get it. Don't even get it. So then he ain't had enough. No. I guess the comments got to him, right? So at that point, he says, this wasn't supposed to be taken negatively. No. Oh, God. That's not why I released all of these messages. You silly people. No. It was to show that we were in the trenches together. I didn't care if she had $0. That was my role as a supporter and a provider, and I played my position honorably. Until maybe you didn't. I mean, I don't know whether he did or, it's hard to really digest what it is that they had going on, other than it feels like they as a couple came onto the show. They had an idea and a vision for what she was going to do, which is what anybody would do. Somehow, some kind of way, their real authentic lives, which appear to be completely messy with each other, as is a lot of people's relationships and lives, right? Because that's just how life works. Life isn't always clean cut. Life gets you a little dirty and muddy until they both decided that they couldn't take it anymore. She is the person who's on the show, so she has the most voice because her voice gets projected to millions of people every week. And so now you want to have your moment to shine and to clap back at her. But at the end of the day, because she is the face, she is the person on the show who happens to be having a really good season at this point in time, the people are going to look at you crazy, Ralph. They're going to look at you crazy. So the more you continue to reveal is actually more of a revelation about who you are and less about who she is. Because now we're focused on how low you can go, okay? We're not focused anything like the thing about it is people were in the comment section yesterday asking, so we're just gonna pretend like Drew didn't lie about her and Ty. I don't really think that's not really what we are focused on at the moment. The problem is the Drew and Ty situation, most of us believe that happened when it happened, right? So we talked about it then, right? So the confirmation of it now ain't shocking to me. It ain't shocking. Actually, what it does is it makes people look at Drew and say, oh my God, well, girl, good for you, because look at what he's doing to you now. So regardless of whether or not Drew lied, and some people may say she did, and some people may say she didn't. I don't know if she was just biting the tag off that lady's shirt or what. You know what I'm saying? Or they could have been whispering something about whoever the photographer was at that moment. I don't know. I can't make up no excuses for these people. But what I do know is people now probably feel like she would have done better being with Ty than being with you. You can't say you don't mean these things as a negative when you keep pouring out the tea on your ex-wife. I understand that when people get divorced, it gets crazy. But in my mind, I'm like, isn't this somebody that you once loved? So you have to take some of these L's and just say, you know what? This was the cost that it took for me to learn a lesson. That's what it is. Every time I think about somebody that's no longer in my life, and I think about all the effort and energy that I put into something, I just think to myself, I am the gift. So if whether or not I did something wrong or not, I'm still the gift, and you lose me. And that's fine. To me, I ain't got to do nothing to you. I ain't got to say nothing to you. I don't have to wish you unwell. I don't have to do anything. And I feel like it also goes back to having a code. To me, it's like a G code. Whatever, when we was cool and we was rocking, and whatever I did for you then, that stays then. That's what I did. And I meant it. And I'm not taking it back. I was ride or die for you, and that's fine. That's because that's what I was supposed to be doing at that time. I'm not going to come back and retroactively now tell the world, oh my God, look at everything that I did. Look at what I did for this person. I'm not going to try to making you look bad. I don't have to do that. You will make yourself look bad on your own. Period. And it's activities like this that make you look worse. And I don't know who's telling you, is somebody feeding you these things to actually post? Because if so, you need to unfriend them immediately. Unfriend them immediately. Unfriend them. Because they are not your friend. Whoever is whispering these sweet nothings into your ear, they are actually taking you down. And I'm not saying the man don't have a right to defend himself, but just defend yourself. Because the thing that Drew is not doing, Drew may be stating what she has to say in interviews and on the show, but what she's not doing is she's not releasing your text messages. She's not posting photos of you. She's not doing any of those things. And because she's not, she still looks like the winner in this situation. Because you are going low enough that you would actually reveal the things that were supposed to be private between the two of you. I thought we were talking about being strategic. This is not strategic, Ralph. This reeks of emotionally responding because you feel as though she is sullying your name. Doesn't sound strategic to me. None of this seems very strategic at all. But that's just me. He then says, let's be clear, Tampa was resolved before we started filming Real Housewives of Atlanta. Our first day of filming was our actual anniversary, August 21st. On camera, you saw a fabricated enactment for TV that evolved into the villain versus damsel narrative. After filming, we celebrated our anniversary and went to Chateau Elan. All right. Here he goes into some text messages about, went to the beach. I needed to spend some time with God, gain my composure, and truly understand what I'm doing. I went to my new place of refuge and desperately needed to get away. I needed to find my happiness. You don't know, but I was at a critical breaking point, and leaving was by far, Cordell, the best thing I could have done. Although it hurt you by leaving, it would have hurt tremendously more if I stayed. It's actually easier to communicate through text. Didn't you know? Sir, all this does is prove to us exactly what we thought. You went to Tampa and she did not know where you were. That's it. That's what this proves to me. When I look at this, it proves to me that you did go. She didn't know. Somehow she had to find out. So then we get more text messages because why not? All right. He then says, if you want to talk over me or interject, I'm shutting completely down going forward. I'm no longer fighting to be heard. Good luck truly understanding through assumptions of what I'm saying or doing. She says, okay, I truly did miss you and was extremely hurt. Not sure if you realize. He says, that's fine. Yet you still don't know or understand why I left. I mean, I don't know. This is just, so then there's a message between him and the producer. On August the 20th, he says, there's a message that says, sent. The producer allegedly says, I got you. I'll be there in the morning. He says, bet. The next day, I heard it was good this morning. I had a situation, so I didn't make it. I'll be at the dinner tonight. Good to hear and all good. We'll see you soon. I'm not really sure what this is meant to convey other than what Drew said about the fact that the producer had to tell her that Ralph was in Tampa. I really don't get it. But I mean, I guess it's to show that they were still in communication while he was gone. I really don't know. But like I said, to be honest with you, all of this is chaotic to me. I feel like he is spiraling or crashing out, and I really don't think that this is doing the things that he thinks that this is doing. In fact, the further you have to try to continue to explain yourself, you are just further digging yourself a hole. And while you think that the hole that you're digging is for Drew, you're actually digging your own. Do I believe that Drew has been completely honest about everything? No, but I definitely feel like if I'm looking at the worst party in this situation and who's making themselves look the worst, right now, Ralph, you're winning that. You are winning. That's the thing that you're at. That is what you are actually winning. You are definitely winning in the race to the bottom. All right. If that's what this is, you're winning the race. You are gonna get there first. Yep. Please, I beseech you. Okay. Lay off the text messages. Lay off of it all. Like, put the phone down. Actually, put the phone down and just go back to Tampa for a minute. Clearly, you need a break. Clearly, just woosah. Take the phone, put it down. Okay, that's step one. Right? Close the laptop. Close the laptop. Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it like Nene did in that reunion. Then take a walk. Take off your shoes. Step outside in the grass. Ground yourself for a minute. Breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Next, book a flight. I'm sure Tampa is very nice this time of year. Go back there. Take yourself back. Prevent yourself from a further crash out by getting yourself out of the current situation, get out of the basement, and get back to living. Because at the end of the day, none of this is doing what you think it's doing. Let that lady be. Let that lady be. If she want to snatch a tag off a Ty's shirt, then let her snatch a tag off a Ty's shirt. You don't want her? If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. You know, you at some point, you've got to let the mouse go. Let the mouse go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Feels better, doesn't it? Mm. 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 Don't it feel good? Yes. My word. My word. I did not think I was going to have to get on here and educate today. Good Lord. Mm, mm, mm. Get that breathe. Oh, Lord. Get that breathing in. Get it in. All right. So listen. Now that we've all woosah, we've got it out of our system. You too, Ralph. You can let it go. Okay. And this is what you do. Everybody, just somebody is stressing you. They stressing you today. I need you to just breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Then let it go. Ooh. Free yourself. All right. So listen. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like this video. If you like reality TV related content, if you like for me to hop up on the pulpit every once in a while and give you a little sermonette, then I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I will be pastor if you need me to be. But make sure you guys also comment your thoughts down below. Who zoomed who in the marriage of Porsha and Simon? Who zoomed in who? Okay. And while we're talking about it, make sure that you are not the person being zoomed in a relationship. Now, Porsha, when you decide to come out with the ebook on how to zoom or how to not get zoomed, okay, the people will be waiting. Okay. And for those of you guys who are looking for an African prince or an African king, you know where to find one in Nigeria. Okay. He's on the loose. All right. So with that being said, I will catch you all in the next video.